Whew, that's a lot. My name is Jennifer Jane Asante, and welcome to Joy News Interactive, proudly sponsored by Airtel. Joy News Interactive is brought to you by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yesterday, we told you about the very possible ISIS threat in the country. We even spoke to a gentleman who had been approached for recruitment, but thankfully managed to escape their clutches. And you heard all that went on today's big story. Now, reports say some of these students are being recruited through a group that meets at Palm Wine Junction at Labadi in Accra. It was a dangerous mission, but Michaela Anderson went hunting to see if she could verify some of these reports. This is Palm Wine Junction, the place where the alleged potential ISIS recruits normally meet on Wednesdays and Fridays. We've been around for some time now, but we've not been able to locate the exact house where they hold their meetings. We've been interacting with some residents in this area, and they said they are not aware that such a militant group exists in this place. They are worried, and they want security agencies to move in quickly to deal with the situation.
I'll feel embarrassed. I'll feel very bad if they are around my area. Their action is not good for human beings. You know, I mean, look at the way they do kill people, use suicide bombing to, I mean, it's not good to me. I'm against it. If in case we locate where they are, our security forces should move to the area and eliminate them.
It's scary here because we use this road a lot. So if they are here, maybe it's going to stop the people using this place, especially the children who go to school. And this place is busy in the evening, so it's scary.
This area, we have so many boys around here who are eager to, if anything at all, they let us know something about it. We are the boys in this area. If we get to know whether some of the groups are here, I tell you, we are going to expose them.
I'll start off the comments from WhatsApp. I have a fear-filled message from Samson Obeng in Kintampo. He says, no matter the level of change of mind by this guy, he should forever remain there. I don't think the country needs him back because his return may generate more terror groups in Ghana. Okay, Samson, but as you heard some security experts say on today's big story, maybe this is all just being overhyped. Barak from Tamale says, I think Nazir is still hiding somewhere in Ghana here, so national security should look for him properly. And I don't know your name, so I can't read your message, but Paul from Akachi says, though it's very hard to believe, it has happened already. And I think Ghanaians and the media are talking about it too much. Well, let's see what people on other forms of social media are saying. I have Isaac here saying, so this is where it has gotten to. Then I suggest this should give a signal to everybody and the security agencies to be on guard and alert. Prosper says, in fact, this ISIS group is very desperate and we must not take them for granted. I'm very sad that they have found their way back into the country. Prosper, what do you mean back into the country? When were they here before? Hey, stop scaring me. I'm only praying that they don't turn their targets to the country. The militant group must be clamped down. Fidelis says, if so, he should never make any attempt of coming back to Ghana. Anyways, no wonder. God save Mother Ghana. Okay, Fidelis, now I'm wondering. Lottie says, those of you making fun of this, remember, presidents will come and go, but acts of terrorism will forever live with us. Today you may say Mahama is in trouble, but what about tomorrow when he isn't there? Now he goes on, and Isaac Wilson says, all of us are coming to join you over there, no job in Ghana. Isaac, I hope you're kidding. People have replied, so you can join that conversation on our Facebook page. You, Isaac, they'll come small. They are coming. Now, residents of Amanfro may begin feeling safer as the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Al Hassan, deploys more officers to rid the community of criminals. This comes after months of incessant armed robbery attacks that have left residents with machete and gunshot wounds. Today, the IGP visited them and charged the police to go the extra mile to ensure safety for the Amanfro people.
Residents of Amanfro trooped to the roadside, confident of their security, as the Inspector General of Police got to the area. The first stop was a construction site for a police station, where IGP Muhammad Al-Hassan promised to help in putting it up. But even ahead of that, a woman and her husband have decided to give out a room in their apartment for the police to use. This means there are 2 temporary structures in place so far for the security forces. Kwabena Apia explained why he gave his room out.
I've been around for about 3 years now in this community, and for the past 3 months we've had spate of armed robbery, and they are hurting people. And so we felt that as members of the community we should do something.
Mr. Al-Hassan, in an interview with Joy News, said he would send more men from the community policing unit to complement the work of the officers there.
We would have to continue working together for a very long time. As we know, crime is part of our, our lives. Every society expects some level of criminal activities, but what is important is for us to put in place measures that to prevent these criminal acts and reassure the people that they can go about doing their work without fear.
So you said that you will be bringing in the police, the community policing personnel. How soon are you thinking of bringing them in?
Oh, as soon as next week.
Interesting stories. Efo Newton in Mankraso has a comment on this story. He says, I like the proactiveness. The IGP has dealt with this issue of crime at Amanfro. A big thumbs up to him, all right? And Mohammed in Damango says, I think the IGP shouldn't have come out publicly to announce that, because it will make the robbers change their place of operation. Mohammed is worried they'll be coming to his neighborhood next. Okay. Walcott says Kwabna's identity should have been protected. Not sure what he's talking about there, but this comment is on ISIS. It's from Zion, who's in Wa. He says, the youth of Ghana are frustrated and the government of the day must be held responsible. There's no hope for graduates in the country. I believed all these robbery and galamsey operations are as a result of unemployment. He says Ghanaian youth can't join ISIS simply because of unemployment. Now back to the IGP. I have Desmond Prince in Hohoi, who says kudos to the IGP for his urgent response to the needs of Amanfro. And more messages coming in. Nketia J. Bernard, who is in Bonsu Nkwanta, says we should stop hyping issues that have to do with ISIS because it's creating fear and panic. Right. Kent from Hohoi thinks the citizens of Amanfro should come together and finish the project. Well, as you heard, someone has donated his house to be used as a police post. And Newton Inwa says, God save our country. Now, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly says it wants to improve vehicular and pedestrian movement in the capital. They've started a movement dubbed Operation Red Line Policy. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? The pilot exercise was carried out today at the Central Business District.
The AMA task force has moved on from the demolition exercise and is now embarking on a different agenda. That is Operation Red Line Policy. Now, this policy by the AMA task force is to ensure free movement of pedestrians on the streets of the national capital, and the starting point is the Central Business District. You're welcome to Joy News.
Yeah, good morning.
Tell us, what do you make of this Operation Red Line policy by the AMA task force?
Yeah, the red line policy is a good policy, but the problem is the women are complaining. The red line shall come small. They should move in front small. That's number one. Number two, you see on the streets, Ghanaians, their minds too strong. Even if they sack all these people, Ghanaians will still walk on the streets. They will not walk on the pavement. So we beg the AMA. The red line is okay. It's good for us. We like it.
Oh, it's good. It's good. But the distance from the main road to the red line is the gap is too much. I thought it should be about 6 to 7 meters. But here it's more than 8 meters from the main road. Yeah.
It's okay for us because it gives clean way for us. Our business is going well. Everything is nice. So it's okay for us.
Right. So let's see what comments are coming in on Facebook. Fatah Salah says, we hope the people understand what red line means. It means don't cross it. And then he continues with, Joy News should be commended for her effort in educating the public on road safety issues. Why, thank you very much. He says that is why Ghana is highly rated on road safety. God Knows Billy says, another magic. Hope it works well. Oh, Billy, don't be so skeptical. And Katie Wonder says, it will wear off. Okay, I'll be honest and tell you that that red line looked a little iffy to me too, but maybe they'll paint over it again and then it will be more bright and you can see it properly. So, we have Efo Newton in Mangrasso again, and he says it's a wonderful attempt by the AMA, but it won't get us anywhere. Okay. Selby from Dunkwa says, the saloon owner who gave her store out should not be disclosed now because the robbers can harm her. He is talking about the man from incident. Mohammed in Damango thinks that the red line policy is a very good one. The company must develop under the umbrella of JDM. And Desmond Prince Kweku in Hohoi is back. He's saying everything today. He's talking about the city mayor who he thinks is really working to the admiration of all and says all the traders should comply with the rules. All right, our WhatsApp group seems to be talking, and Nketia J. Bernard says, kudos to AMA. It's really a big plus to embark on such an exercise. Now, you know how you can send your messages to us here on Joy News Interactive. Look us up on all the social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Joy News on TV. That same name, Joy News on TV. We'll find us on Twitter. You could find us on Twitter by using the handle JNInteractiveGH or hashtag it if you want. Send us an email to the address joynewsim@multitvworld.com or send us a WhatsApp message to the number 0560-800,000. That is 0560-800000. All right, one last comment from Aziz who says, that was good. I hope it will work. I hope it will work too. When we come back, we're stepping outside of Ghana and globetrotting just a little bit. Now, a reporter and her cameraman were shot in a shooting Wednesday morning, that is this morning, with the opening seconds of the attack being broadcast on live television. 24-year-old WDBJ7 reporter Alison Parker and her cameraman, that's 27-year-old photographer Adam Ward, were on location at a shopping center in Virginia's Franklin County around 6:45 a.m. when their interview was suddenly cut short by gunshots. The interviewee, who was also shot in the back, recently came out of surgery and is making a recovery. The attacker turned out to be Vesta Flanagan, also known as Bryce Williams, a former co-worker of the two. He later shot himself during a police chase. Before he died, though, he used social media to publish the horrific act. Now, viewers are advised the following video may have disturbing content. Well, that wasn't a movie. That was real life. It happened live this morning on a television station in America, in Virginia. And international media has been all over it, so we put the story up on our Facebook wall. Let's take a look at the messages that have come in. Francis says, oh, again, most journalists do suffer unduly without reasonable excuse, yet their efforts are never regarded. Last week it was Samonama, Ghana, on duty, and now 2 Americans on duty as well. Oh, death, why? And he has condolences for the bereaved. Echo says, it's a crazy world we're living in. Some people are really sick in the head, but they are in good clothes. It's difficult to tell. Fatah Salau is making a crack here. He says it might be a message to Donald Trump to make him handle journalists with care, a reference to the difficulties Donald Trump has been having with Megyn Kelly. Now, God knows Billy says, may their soul rest in peace, and as for the suspect, the least said about him, the better. I believe the USA is the craziest place. All right. Kwame says, that's what happens when you make it possible for anyone at all to own a gun. Nantokma, however, thinks it's shocking in America. John is just sad and thinks, oh. Fatah Salau says, maybe the killer wants to create a live movie. It proves that many people don't like presenters. As we all know, presenters can easily sabotage one's political career. Fatah, I'm very offended. Very, very offended. Prince says it's a barbaric act. And Paul thinks it is sad. So, still outside of Ghana, with a video that has been trending. Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe was jeered by opposition MPs as he delivered his State of the Nation's address in Parliament. The president was repeatedly drowned out as he delivered one of the shortest ever State of the Nation speeches, lasting less than 30 minutes. Ironically, this was the first State of the Nation address he had given in 8 years.